I showed up for the family reunion I paid for. The place was empty. Mom laughed when I called. "Oh, honey, it was yesterday. We'll bring you leftovers." I didn't say a word. But the next morning, the police did on my behalf. I should have known something was wrong the second I pulled into the parking lot. No familiar cars. No muffled music. No cousins smoking by the dumpsters pretending not to see me. Just silence. I double-checked the message. Friday, 7 p.m. Mateo's. Can't wait to see everyone. Sent by Mom, 2 weeks ago. It was Friday, 7:02 p.m. I was right on time. Like a fool. Inside, the hostess greeted me with a bored glance. The Thompson party? That was last night. I blinked. No, I booked it, paid the deposit. She checked the list again. 16 people, big cake. Your mom brought place cards. I laughed, a hollow, bitter thing. No. I'm not confused. She offered to call someone. I was already dialing. Mom answered, breezy as ever. "Hi, sweetie, everything okay? Where is everybody?" A pause, then that fake, airy laugh. "Oh, it was yesterday. We thought you weren't coming, but don't worry, we'll bring you leftovers." I hung up. No one called back. Not Mom, not Tina, no one. Then Tina texted, "LMAO bro, you seriously missed it. Classic. Don't worry, we saved you a roll." My hand shook. From rage or cold, I wasn't sure. They came, ate, left, I said. The hostess shrugged. Looked like they had fun. Of course they did. They always do when I'm not there. I walked out. Didn't yell. Didn't text the group chat. Didn't go home either. I sat in my car, staring at my own reflection in the windshield, thinking about the bill. The deposit. The 10 messages I'd sent to Mom confirming the time. They all knew. They just didn't care. They made that choice together. And tomorrow, I'd make mine. You'd think paying for a family dinner you weren't invited to would be the worst part. It wasn't. It was just the final nail in a 5-year coffin. See, this wasn't new. They've been leaving me out for years. The only difference? This time they didn't bother pretending. I was always the afterthought. Tina was the golden one. I was low maintenance. Which in my family meant, you don't need love, so you're not getting any. When I landed my first job, I called Mom, proud. She didn't say congrats. She said, "Great, now you can help your sister with rent." That turned into a year of rent, utility bills, her dental surgery, car insurance, textbooks for a nursing program she dropped and never paid me back for. I paid, because that's what love looked like in our family, one-sided and thankless. When I finally brought it up, I got, "Stop being transactional. Tina's struggling. You're doing better, why are you keeping score?" I wasn't keeping score. I was bleeding, and no one cared. 2 years ago, I wired Tina $600 for her dog's emergency vet bill. That same day, she posted an Instagram story. New shoes, new nails, champagne, some guy's hand on her thigh. I showed it to Mom. She smirked. "You boys always get so petty about money." Petty. Last winter, I paid their property tax before the county put a lien on their house. I covered Tina's credit card minimums when she got laid off while I was barely scraping by. One Christmas, I maxed out my savings buying gifts for everyone. They gave me a framed photo of the family. I wasn't in it. But the worst was 6 months ago. I just bailed Tina out again, $200 this time. That night, I went downstairs for water and heard them in the living room. "Tina, he's so obsessed with being a martyr. It's pathetic. Mom, he acts like he's saving us just because he pays for things." Dad, laughing, let him. "He's not getting married anyway. Might as well be useful." Tina again, "He thinks we'd fall apart without him." Snort. "Please, if he disappeared tomorrow, I wouldn't even notice." I stood frozen in the hallway. Didn't go in. Just went back to bed, stared at the ceiling. Next morning, pancakes like nothing happened. After that, I stopped sending money. For about 2 weeks. Then came Tina's text, "I need help with rent, I'll pay you back, promise." I ignored it. Then Mom called, "Tina's struggling, why are you being so cold? She's sensitive." I told her, I can't keep doing this. Her reply? If you're going to punish us for raising you, maybe we shouldn't have bothered. That wrecked me, but I still sent the money. And now, they left me out, again. On purpose. For a dinner I paid for. A time I confirmed. And Mom said, we'll bring you leftovers. Leftovers. Like I was a stray. Not a son. Not a brother. Just a wallet with arms. I sat in my car outside Mateo's for a long time that night. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I just sat in the silence and thought about every time I played the good one, and what it had cost me. Tomorrow, I wouldn't be the good one. Tomorrow, they'd see what happens when I stop playing the role they wrote for me. And I already knew exactly where to start. I didn't sleep that night. Not because I was sad. Not even angry. Honestly, I was calculating. That dinner at Mateo's cost me $1,740 after tax and tip. 16 people, appetizers, custom menu, vegan options for Tina, no sulfites for Aunt Mary. They didn't forget me. They excluded me on purpose. The next morning, I sent one message in the family group chat. Me, let's meet at Mom's tonight, 7 p.m. I have something for you. No one asked what. Of course not. They never ask when it comes to me. At 6:58 p.m., I pulled into my parents' driveway. Inside, they were already gathered. Tina scrolled her phone. Dad was in his recliner. Mom fluffed pillows like we were expecting guests. She looked up, smiled. Hi, honey, we weren't sure if you'd still be upset. I said nothing. Tina glanced up with mock sympathy. We didn't mean to hurt you, she said. It was just easier for everyone to come Thursday. Most of us have lives. She said that with a straight face. I placed a large envelope on the coffee table. Mom asked, "What's this?" I sat down slowly, calmly. "It's a bill." Dad scoffed. "A bill for what?" "For the dinner," I said, "the one you all enjoyed without me." Tina laughed. "You're joking." "I'm not." Mom narrowed her eyes. "You expect us to pay you back?" "No," I said. "I'm giving you the opportunity, because from now on anything you want from me comes with an invoice." Silence. Dad sat up. "You need to drop this attitude. We're family." "Family?" I said. "The same family that left me out of a dinner I paid for? The one that's drained me dry for 5 years?" Tina rolled her eyes. "No one made you pay." Something in me broke. I stood. "Fine, let's talk about what no one made me do." I pointed at Tina. "No one made me pay your rent for 2 years, or your overdrafts, or replace your transmission." I turned to Mom. "No one made me cover your back taxes, or pay for your birthday cruise when Dad forgot, or bring groceries every time your knee acted up." Dad's face turned red. "Watch it." "Oh, I'm just getting started," I said, pulling out a list. "Here's everything I covered, every dollar, every receipt." Then I tossed a folder onto the table. Dad growled, "What now?" I smiled. "Documentation of every Venmo, wire, Cash App, and receipt." Tina scoffed. "Wow, you're insane." "No," I said evenly. "I'm protected. I filed a fraud report this morning. This," I tapped the folder, "is already with the authorities." Mom's voice wavered. "What fraud?" I stared her dead in the eye. "Last week, I found out someone opened a credit card in my name. It paid for a new iPhone and spa package Tina posted about, said it was a gift from a friend." Tina froze. "The billing address? This house." She jumped up. "Are you serious?" "Absolutely, and if you think I won't press charges." Mom hissed. "You wouldn't dare." "Try me." The room exploded. "Tina, you're pathetic." "Dad, you'd send your own sister to jail?" "Me, you think I'll keep playing the idiot forever?" Mom, in tears, "You're destroying this family." I walked to the door. "No," I said, "I'm finally saving myself from it." Then unexpectedly Luke, my quiet cousin, spoke. "I'll pay my share," he said softly. "For the dinner, it's only fair." The room fell silent. I should have said something. He continued. "They planned to leave you out. I heard them joke about it, said you'd be too dramatic." "I'm sorry." I looked at him, and smiled for the first time that night. "Thanks." And then I left. They thought they could use me forever. They forgot one thing: even the quiet ones speak eventually. And when we do, we don't whisper. We call the cops. The next morning, at 8:17 a.m., my phone buzzed. Private number. Hi, is this Daniel Thompson? Yes. This is Officer Reynolds with the local precinct. We're following up on a financial fraud report involving a credit card in your name. Your family's address was listed on the application. We'll be visiting them today for a statement. I paused. Do you need me there? No, sir, you've done your part. We'll take it from here. I hung up, sat back, silent. For once, they'd open the door and face someone they couldn't gaslight. This time, I didn't have to speak. The police did it for me. I used to think silence meant peace, but silence only gave them cover. They say when you remove the keystone, the arch collapses. I wasn't the keystone. I was the foundation. And the second I stepped away, the whole house of cards crashed. They found the texts. Tina to a friend. Use my bro's info, spa day on him. IDC. He's such a pushover, he won't even notice. It wasn't just fraud. It was premeditated. And now, it was proof. That same day, the detective called. We have enough to move forward. Do you want to press charges? I told him, give me a day. That evening, my phone blew up. 27 missed calls, 41 messages. Mom, Daniel, please, she panicked. She's still your sister. Dad, you really want to destroy her life over this? Tina, selfish jerk. I'll lose my job, my apartment. You're doing this to your own family. Funny. No one cared when I was the one losing sleep, sanity, and savings. The next day, I called the detective back. Can we pause the formal charge? He agreed. But it doesn't go away, he warned. It just waits. Then Mom made her move. Her voice was silk on the phone, warm, practiced. If you really want to fix this, come to the house. Let's talk face to face. I went. I shouldn't have. Tina was curled up on the couch like a victim. Mom looked like she was hosting a pity party. Dad didn't even get up. Mom, we just want to heal. Me, Tina tore it apart. Tina, cracking, I didn't think you'd actually go to the cops. Me, that's what happens when someone's finally had enough. Mom reached for my hand. Let's make this go away. We'll pay it back. You don't need the police. Interesting, I said. You didn't offer that before they showed up. She pulled away. Dad finally barked. You think this makes you a hero? No, I said, it makes me free. And I walked out. For good. A week later, another call from the detective. We got a payment marked anonymous from a joint account under your parents' names. Still want to press charges? I paused. No, then added. Not this time, but note it, if she touches anything tied to my name again, press them. He agreed. And just like that, I was done. No more money. No more guilt. No more showing up just to be ignored until the check was due. 2 weeks later, I moved. Different state. Small town. Peaceful landlord. Rent was half. My first weekend, building IKEA shelves. Cooking what I liked. Music from a better time playing softly. No one knocking. No one asking. And for the first time in 10 years, I wasn't responsible for anyone but me. 3 weeks in, a letter arrived. No return address. Inside, one folded note, and a check. I don't expect you to forgive me, but thank you for doing what I never had the courage to. Luke. The check? Half the Mateo's bill. He didn't owe me, but he got it. The rest? Silence. Not a text on my birthday. Not a card for Christmas. Not even when Dad had surgery. I only found out through a cousin's Facebook post. Good. They finally learned what life looks like without me. And I learned how to live without them. They say blood is thicker than water. But they forget the full quote. The blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. Translation: chosen loyalty means more than shared DNA. The last time I saw their faces was the night I left, with a folder in my hand and fire in my chest. Since then? Nothing. And that silence, once a punishment, now feels like air. A month ago, I ran into someone from back home. Hardware store. Checkout line. She squinted at me and asked, "Hey, weren't you Tina's brother?" I paused. Smiled. No. Because I'm not. Not the good son, not the bank, not the punching bag dressed in politeness. I'm me. And for the first time in 32 years, that's enough. They thought I'd break without them. That I'd crawl back. That I needed their version of love. The kind that comes with conditions, guilt, and strings. They were wrong. I don't need Sunday dinners served with condescension. Or phone calls that begin with "How are you" and end in "Can you help?" I don't owe anyone an explanation for why I left. Why I changed my number. Why I stopped showing up. Let them guess. Let them lie. Let them spin it. Because deep down, they know. They pushed me out. And I didn't beg to come back. You want to know the best part? They lost control the second I stopped asking for love and started demanding respect. People like that throw family at you like a weapon. But the moment you throw back a boundary, you're the villain. Well, fine. Let them call me cold, selfish, ungrateful. I'm none of those things. I'm just finally not theirs anymore. Tina never lost her job. Never saw a courtroom. But she lost something bigger. Her mask. Now they all know. Luke moved out. Aunt Carol won't let her babysit. Uncle Steve told me. Tina's name is Mud. You don't need to come back. We see it now. But I told him what I'll tell you. It's not about who sees it. It's about who survives it. And I did. So no, I won't send cards. I won't answer out of guilt. I won't show up just to be insulted under mom's breath. I'm not theirs anymore. And that's the best thing that ever happened to me. Now, I wake up in peace. I work and keep what I earn. I eat what I want. I don't apologize for saying no. I don't flinch when my phone lights up. I'm free. Not because they let me go, but because I stopped waiting for permission. Let them keep their guilt, their leftovers, their stories. Let them explain my absence. I won't. Because when they shut that door, I didn't lose a family. They lost me. And that's one bill they'll never pay.